you wanna be somebody, even if you gotta leave somebody. Yes, I'm hurt, yes, I'm dead. Most things that I don't wanna say. I won't be around while you change.
Hey you guys, welcome back to Taylor XO, or welcome to Taylor XO if you're a new subscriber. So y'all, let's get into this video. So y'all, I just wanted to do this quick little video today because Jazzy went live, and y'all know yesterday she was live the entire day, and she went live to address free actors, and she went live to I guess she had all these things to say yesterday. I guess Chris wasn't there per usual. It's so strange. It's like Memorial Day weekend. You would really think he would have popped up by now, but he has not yet popped up yet, and she hasn't even posted anything of him there on Instagram or him cooking out. In fact, she went live today around I think it was like 12 or 1, and she was at Denny's. And I guess she was trying to get people to, think that Chris was there, but the whole time he clearly was not there, because we know that if Chris was there, she would have accidentally slipped up a little bay, or she would have been staring at him or something. There was a phone ringing. It was an iPhone, and then she muted it, and then she unmuted it like she didn't want people to hear his phone or his phone call. But all in all, she didn't end up seeming like she was talking to him or that she was looking at him. And even Legend, he didn't seem like he was looking at somebody across from Chris. And even when Legend was throwing these little hissy fits and just acting the fool in the restaurant, there was no, Chris usually hurries up and says something to Legend, and there was none of that. So clearly, like I said, he was not there, and she was just, trying to make it seem like since he wasn't there yesterday, I guess she thought she had to come on and try and make it seem like he was there today, when sis, we know he wasn't there. But let's include that clip of Legend acting the fool at the restaurant, and I'm specifically adding this clip in, and then we will talk about it.
What are y'all up to today? What is everyone doing? He is testing me today, but he want to sit next to me. Sit in his chair. Come here. Sit down. Goodness gracious. No, you're not getting down. I'm gonna sit and wait.
So he was starting to scream and carry on at this Denny's place. And it's just like, sis, you were always so pressed to take this little boy out. You refused to take the Davis 4 out. And you try to make it seem like Aiden's the only bad one. And you just can't take him out nowhere because he's so bad. But sis, every time you take this little boy to the restaurant, he's screaming, crying. He can't sit still. And, a lot of the times when parents have children like that, they don't like to face the fact that they just can't do as much things because they do have a child that does act out. Of course you can discipline. Of course you can, say everything in the book to a child. Of course you can do all of that. But at the end of the day, a child's going to do what they want. And if a child, it could be many reasons why a child decides to act like that, specifically when they go out. We know Legend does scream when he's at the house, but it just seems like, and she's said it herself, that when he does go out and he gets around a lot of people, he does get to screaming and acting up even more. So it's just like, maybe try taking him to places that would maybe just be a little bit easier, and you don't have to be in a restaurant close to people, on top of people, and you got this little boy screaming in the restaurant and, acting the fool. And she doesn't really like to ever correct him much. She did correct him in the video, but you can tell the little boy just wanted to get up and run around the restaurant. And like I said, which is normal, but, maybe try taking him to a place that has an outdoor option so he could be outdoors and not around so much more people, or go to, a place that just has a different seating option. I mean, I know there's not really different seating options at many restaurants, but I would just think at this point, or just get food and take it home, or maybe get food and eat it at a park if you're trying to, get out and do things, because it says that little boy is always screaming everywhere you take him. And there will be some people that do speak up and say, can you tell your child to be quiet, or can you do something? And that's always too why I was always hesitant. When my children act up, I take them right out. We go straight home. I just don't. I know people and they will say things, and I know me, I will snap and go to jail. So I avoid those situations. So when my kids act up, or not even that they act up, but when they get to, just crying more, they get tired or they're hungry, you just leave. It's time to go. Clearly they're just not feeling it. But who knows? Maybe the little boy was hungry. We always know that Legend is hungry, and, she doesn't seem to ever, she doesn't feed any of her kids enough. I know a lot of people say that she feeds Legend, but, I feel like Legend is always extremely hungry too. And, maybe it was just he was hungry when he got his food. He would stop acting up. I honestly think that's what it was too. With kids, it's always something, to it too. It's not always that kids just want to act out. But it's just like, sis, where is Chris at? He was going Saturday, he was going Sunday, and then it's now Monday, actual Memorial Day, and he's supposed to work at this juvenile place, and I would think a place like that, he would be getting a day off on Memorial Day, so he has to be off. Where is he at? She said no mention of where he was at. I don't know if anybody asked her in the chat, was he there, and she ignored him, and if they did, she probably would have. But at this point now, I just think that she's going to bring him around when she wants, and she's not really going to give too many more explanations for what's going on, besides the fact that, I guess he works all the time, and she claims that it's nobody's business, and she's just going to let people think what they want to think. And, at this point, I think she gets off on people wanting to know if he's there or not, and she plays in people's faces. But we know just by how she's been acting, she's always alone, just constantly being on live. We know if he's there, she doesn't post vlogs, she doesn't go live. It's just giving that he's not there. And honestly, at this point, I think he does come by, and I think, people will say, oh, what is the obsession with whether he's there or not? But I just think at this point, she just goes so far to lie for this man, and just put so much energy into this man. But when it comes to her kids, she has no energy. And I just think it's pretty messed up how, she knew the kids were leaving for a whole week, and she didn't even bother to take them. I mean, I'm sure that morning that they were supposed to go, when she was on live during their hair, sis, you could have did their hair the night before and took them to Denny's that morning, and you guys could have all went to breakfast before they left. They were leaving for a week, and the fact that she waits for these kids to always leave to just take Legend out, I guess, not only for money's sake, but just because she doesn't want to deal with all 5 of them together, and she just doesn't really care to take the other 4. I just think it's truly messed up. And the fact that she even goes on live, like, I'm sure Kaylin or Amaya could be seeing that, and God only knows what goes through their head. You never know with kids, and they have phones, they have access to her YouTube channel. So it's just really messed up all around. And, it's nothing new from this girl. The favoritism is at an all high. And there was some people in the comments saying some things. I'm going to put them on the screen. So there was some people saying, it is nice to see you got out, but it is also sad that you were always alone. You were too young to always be alone. I am sorry. I just don't get it. Where is your family, friends, and Chris? And somebody else said, where is your other kids? Which, it is understandable. Your subscribers go from always seeing these 4 kids, and then Legend comes along, and then now they don't see the other 4 kids. And it's just giving his favoritism, and the fact that you still deal with Chris, and, you don't really deal with Philip anymore. And the fact that I guess Chris comes to screw you here and there, so I guess that means more. And it's really weird because Philip doesn't do any more than what Chris does for you, but yet Chris's child gets treated better than Philip's for, and it's just very strange. But I guess that's just how this girl is. And I don't know if things will change when Chris finally does leave, like doesn't even come back to school or anything. He's just finally gone. Will she treat Legend different, and will things change? But I do know that she does. We know how she is with the four, and it's so sickening. And the fact that she left those kids out of this yet again, it's so sad. But let's also get into the fact that today she posted 2 videos on My Jazzed Up Life, and they were some real old videos, but the videos that she decided to post were super weird. So people were hitting me up in my DMs like, oh, did you see that she's pregnant again? And I went on to her channel and I seen that she posted cleaning while pregnant in the new house. And clearly in the thumbnail, it's an old video. It's not something updated. She wouldn't be that pregnant, being that we just seen her. And then she uploaded clean my 2-bedroom apartment with me. Like, sis, this is old content. At the end of the day, you sent your kids away for the summer, and now you have no content because you don't go out with Legend anyway, unless it's maybe going out to eat or going to a store just to window shop. The Davis Four are what brought her content, and she doesn't really go anywhere anyway, so it's not like they were going to bring her content even if they were home, because she doesn't take them anywhere anyway. But the fact that she's just reposting this old content is just giving that she has nothing else, and there's really not going to be too much content probably posted this summer, being that, like I said, she won't have the kids all summer. Chris isn't there, and even if he is there, he's going to refuse to be on camera anyway. So, sis, it's just looking really bad for you. I mean, that's on you. You're so pressed to get those kids out of the house, but then, when you really look at it, you see that you have no content because your channel is based around your 4 kids. So comment down below, you guys, what you guys think about her posting this old content and her going to Denny's and trying to act like this man is there when we know the whole time he's not there. Y'all, it's just the delusional stuff for me. I just had to hurry up and post this because I know y'all were talking about it, asking if she was pregnant, and no, this girl is not pregnant. We know that Chris is not getting that girl pregnant ever again, and I would be very shocked if he did decide to go and get her pregnant. But again, comment down below what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for another one.
Tell me what you see in me. Gotta be something different.